I'm Jeremiah, Divine Worship Pastor at Topeka Bible Church, and I'm joined by Josh Vowell, a good friend of mine, and he has a really powerful story. Josh, can you kind of walk us through some of the mileposts in your faith journey?
So I grew up in the church. I had developed a strong relationship with Christ. You know, it really wasn't until later on in my teens that I started to enter in a rebellious phase of my life. I would say that it was the rock and roll lifestyle, playing in multiple bands, out on the road. It was real easy to fall into temptation with alcohol and some substance abuse. I knew that I needed to make a change for the better part of 15 years, but I found myself struggling with God. I found myself rebelling purposely against Him. I fell into alcoholism pretty heavily, and it was affecting the connection that I was having with my family, my body physically, feeling sick every day. I knew I needed to make a change.
Awesome, and you've been on a journey of sobriety for quite some time now.
Absolutely, I'm coming up on my 1 year
Congratulations.
sobriety. Yeah, and you know, it's not even a problem. It really, like I said, it really has been taken from me, the desire.
So God's planted new desires, though, in your heart and has called you into service.
Well, we've been at TBC for 4.5, almost 5 years. Mm-hmm. Doug introduced me to you. I started to play at TBC. My wife and I, being able to serve together and lift him up in that way, last 11 months have really transforming. I really have been surprised with how sobriety has changed my life.
Was there anything regarding the environment where you kind of felt at risk with some of the choices you were making or the atmospheres you were in?
I think that is something that I was convicted to sort of strip away some of the darkness, some of the sin in my life. I would pray to God to kind of ask what's next for me. What should I do? Please work through me. Mm-hmm. And I, in a roundabout way, was told, hey, you need to walk the straight line a little bit more. So I went from, playing in bars and playing in, secular music, listening to secular music, sort of idolizing that in a way. Moving on, from that drinking culture to that drug-filled culture, to making a decision that I wasn't going to do that anymore. And rather dramatically, it was something that I went sort of like with drinking. I just stopped. I don't listen to secular music anymore. We don't have Netflix anymore. We like I said, it's kind of dramatically, but I think it's what I needed because I had filled my mind with that end of it, the secular end of it, so much that sort of I needed to do some catch up. I'm not going to mix the two anymore. Yeah. And that's what I felt that I needed to do.
What are some of the biggest ways you think God has changed your heart?
Well, I would say that He has given me more grace. He has softened my heart. Slow to anger, be more loving. I'm aware of these things that need to get better.
How would you go about encouraging someone who is dealing with some of these challenges in their own life?
I would first say that I know that this is hard. Addiction is hard. Mm-hmm. Recognizing it and wanting to make a change is probably part of it, the first part of it. I would suggest trying to have a strong will and a strong mind to overcome it. Try not to make excuses and really want to get better. I know that it's hard. I know that it's a struggle. I lived it for 20 years. And God can change your heart. God can make it to where the struggle mentally and physically isn't as hard as you think, as long as you submit to God. Pray about it and really know in your heart that is what is going to happen.
So community is really important to you and Whitney, and you guys have been involved with the worship team at Topeka Bible for some time now. Can you just speak about how important community is to you or what that means to you?
That's the thing I love about Topeka Bible Church, is that it's a family. We really stay connected through that. It really makes a difference for us to be able to show that that's what we're doing week in and week out. Being able to serve the community as we can.
So as you think about how the Lord will continue to use you and grow you, what do you expect that to look like?
Well, we are excited to write music, put an album out to help further serve our community and show and bring people to the Lord in that way. I'm blessed to have my wife. We can work as a team to be able to write and sing and play. We're going to use that to the fullest that we can. We look forward to that in the future, and every day, every week. Thanks to you, and thanks to TBC for sure.
Josh, thank you for taking time to meet with us and to share your story. It's really neat to see how God is using you, and He's given you these gifts that you are admirably turning back to praise and glorify Him.
I'm so grateful that you guys asked me to be a part of this. Thank you, TBC. I appreciate it. Glory be to God.